That sucks. It's my fault. And so how do I fix it? How do I first of all get the platform what it wants and my audience what it wants? If your marketing isn't working for you, it's probably because you believe in one of these 3 lies that we're going to go through. I talk to a few different clients daily, and it usually falls into one of these 3 categories. The first lie is you need to be posting every day on social media. If you're a busy person who's got their own business and you're not just a full-time content creator, it may seem like that's what everyone's telling you. Gary Vee talks about that, and it's great advice for people who have the time, who know what to post, who have the time to do the research. It's really good for people who have a content creating team on their side, and maybe that's something you need to do. But posting every day can actually be more frustrating. Not everybody wants to be on camera. Not everybody wants to have a podcast. I understand that. I refused to post for a long time. And then I got around it by posting in my Facebook groups daily. So it is something you can do if you find the time. And if you're running a business, a lot of the times you don't have that kind of time. So what do? Being online is like the spot you need to be now. It's like going out into the world. And nowadays, since social media does reach everywhere, you can be a lot of places. So honestly, if you're posting every day is not necessarily going to reach the right people, but like something like YouTube can last forever. I've seen friends of mine who posted, 5 years ago, now started getting traction on some of those old videos. And I mean, the SEO on that is really good. And again, if you don't know SEO, that's search engine optimization. If you're watching this, hopefully you do. But you do need to be online and you need to be everywhere. Paid ads is one of those things. That's like the core concept of my company, building brands and using paid ads to promote it. That is something where you're just testing offers, testing creative, testing the way you want people to view your brand. The next thing you could do is SEO. It's getting a little difficult now. 10 years ago was a lot easier. 20 years ago was a lot easier. But actually ranking on Google, being first, I've seen a lot of good stuff happening over there with AI and stuff like that. But Google's still a powerhouse. Google and YouTube are powerhouses. So having the right content, promoting your company on the back end, blogs can still rank. You can still get backlinks. It's still working. I've personally ranked sites just by an article still. Over the past year, some local businesses actually have done really well. Another thing you can do is start writing a newsletter. You may not want to be on camera, post to social media all the time. Getting a newsletter out there and writing daily can help your local business. And I think a lot of the times people want to promote their local business as, and local or brand as the thing. Well, there's a bunch of other places around that have the same type of business. What we need to focus on is what is the angle to get people into the business. The newsletter is going to bring the traffic into your overall business. So if you're like a coach or something like that, it's really easy. Let's say you're I work with physical therapy coaches or clinics a lot. So let's say you're a physical therapy clinic and you want to write a newsletter. Niching down into a topic is a really good idea. Let's say you're an ACL guy and you work with soccer players. If you write a newsletter, make it something people can relate to it, where overall, maybe you make it like, soccer ACL newsletter or something like that, or knee rehab newsletter. Once you start writing and they start consuming your content, they're going to know that what you have is a business. Well, if you have a local business and a lot of people know about you, you're going to get more business. It just happens. You're a coach online, kind of the same thing. Let's say you're a personal development coach. Well, what about personal development is going to get people moving towards you and your business? A lot of you guys watching this are going to be posting online anyways. And maybe you don't have time to do reels all the time. But what I want you to think about is, how are people bringing more attention and awareness? How are you bringing that for people to your business? But instead of posting every day, how can you repurpose old things that you have? Bringing people into your world by maybe old content, maybe old talks you gave, maybe you film yourself talking to a client. How do you repurpose that content? You don't have to post every day, but like Gary Vee says, if you can post as much as you can, do it. for most business owners. They can't necessarily do it. I work with a lot of people who can't do it all the time. They're actually running multiple businesses. And unless you bring a team on board, you're going to have a hard time. The next lie that we're going to go over is that ads don't work anymore. Well, that can't be the case if you go on Facebook or Meta platform in general, and you go to TikTok, and which at the time of this recording, it might be gone. I think Amazon might buy it, but I don't know. If ads didn't work on these platforms, Snapchat has ads, all these different platforms have ad platforms. If they didn't work, then nobody would be advertising. So let's think a little bit different. Let's kind of take ourselves and our ego out of the way, and let's start looking at it as, what does my audience need to see from me? More importantly, what does that platform want from me? And so first, when I'm talking about ads with people, is how do I serve the platform and my audience? A lot of times the audience needs to see a better offer from you. Maybe they need to trust you a little bit more. You'll hear me talk about trust all the time. But what is like, let's just talk about Facebook ads. If ads don't work anymore, then nobody's clicking, nobody's converting, nobody's buying. Who is on Facebook? What is the audience that's mainly on Facebook? We have to be a little bit general at first. Everyone's on Facebook. I think I just got off it a second ago. Who is the main audience, and what do they want to do on that platform? And you can reach people down into the Meta ads platform. You can reach a lot of people. Lead with creative and a good creative for that offer. Right now, I'm seeing videos convert. I'm also seeing carousels convert right now. So if you have a good creative and a good offer, that's what you need to do. Start taking different angles. I mentioned it earlier on the posting every day, creating different angles on these ads. So different hooks, different backgrounds. If you're walking around, whatever you're doing on these ads. But definitely the offer definitely has to work with your audience. What is your audience mainly on that platform for? Your interruption on that ad platform has to hook them in to wanting to buy from you. Sometimes I see people run ads to a broken funnel, or maybe there's no context, there's not enough context for this offer that you're trying to run. And so when people click, you're trying to run this lead ad, but maybe you send them to your website. There might be two things wrong here. Maybe you send them to your website and there's just too many options. It's like a little kid going into the candy aisle and they don't know what to choose. That's very similar when let's say you do get them to click and you finally get them over, but then there's no direction. Think about it as like holding their hand and bringing them down that funnel from the website. Great marketers have talked about bringing them into your world the way you want them to. Sometimes there's not enough context. Sometimes the funnel's broken. When they do submit their name, email, phone number, maybe it's just their email. Sometimes that doesn't go anywhere. They don't know what else to do. There's no direction. They may not get an email. Sometimes that's broken. So make sure your systems are going right, and even your website and your landing page is going well. And other videos, I'll go over stuff like that. But ads not working is not the question. Ads obviously work. We have to remove our ego and say, all right, I'm doing something wrong. This ad has no context. The third lie that we'll go over is more followers equals more revenue. Especially right now and nowadays, everything's been interest-based content. Before, it used to matter a little bit more of who saw your content. Well, Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this a lot too. He's big on this right now, and I've seen it for the past few years, just running ads and social media branding. If you can get a topic in front of people that they're interested in and it's highly valuable, you will get more revenue if that's the point of your business. It's the most even playing field now than it's ever been, because someone that doesn't have any followers can start a brand new channel on TikTok or Instagram right now. And if Instagram's going heavily towards this, you can actually see right now, if you're posting, what the topic of this video is according to Instagram. So easy things you can do right now is go to the search whatever keyword it, and then whatever you're searching for in the search bar, see what the top ranking videos are of this topic. You'll start seeing what people are searching for and engaging with. Sometimes some of those people don't have that many followers. You can actually go and do this right now and see it right now as you're watching this. Some of the most profitable businesses that I've worked with almost don't even seem like they're a real business online. It's like they have less than 1,000 followers. Some of my friends have less than 1,000 followers and they're making pretty good money for being online. So it's not necessarily the amount of followers you have if you're looking for revenue. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. What I want you to do is think about it with the ad we talked about earlier. Is it good for the platform? And is it good for your audience? That's really it. That's all we should be looking at. So thinking that followers equal revenue, we just need to reframe the way we think, get good content out there for the interests of our audience. To recap, number 1, you don't have to post every single day if you can't do it. Number 2, ads don't work anymore. Of course they do, or else there would be no platforms running this. Number 3, more followers equals more revenue. I want you to stop thinking about that. If you did believe those were lies, start moving forward with your business online and anything you can do there. If this is the first video you've seen my content, thanks for being here. If I provide any value, comment, do whatever. It's a new world in social media, right? It used to be subscribe, comment, put the notification bell, all that. Doesn't matter. You're going to see more stuff if you like it. If you don't, probably won't see me again. That's cool. I'm here to give you real tactical advice, overall strategy, and actual advice that works, and that I'm seeing right now in my agency and my brands I'm working with. All right, cool. I'll see you on the next video, and good luck out there. Peace.